Alright guys, well, I got this paper shredder here. It's a Staples brand, blade guard. Alright, so it's in the off position right now. Not sure what the O stands for, maybe off, automatic on maybe, but that's supposed to be automatic, I don't know. Anyway, I got it plugged in here. And when I go to flip the switch, nothing happens. Usually I put it on auto. For some reason the little sensors in here are screwed up and they just go automatically. We got a piece of paper here. I'll show you. It doesn't work. Actually, two pieces of paper in here. So it's in auto. Yeah, there you go. It's in auto. Put a piece of paper in here. Absolutely nothing. But usually when you put it in reverse, it'll automatically just do reverse no matter what. So we got nothing. No power. No nothing here. So what we got is a clog. Pretty big one. I put about probably a little over half as much as, or not half as much, but a little over what the requirements are for this. Probably like 30 sheets or something or more. Piece of paper. I mean, I put a stack, probably about like that thick, into this, and I just quit. And then it started smoking. So hopefully I didn't blow it up completely. Hopefully just the fuse blowed again. I've had the fuse blow in this when I first got it. The fuse was blown. Replaced the fuse. Worked ever since. And so I put like a stack of paper in there like that, and it kind of clogged and I think it blew the fuse. I bet you again. So let's get this thing apart. What you got is the some screws there, right in there, and all the way around the machine there. Take them out, and what you want to do is you just want to set it up front here again, and then you want to lift the top up. So I'll get them screws out and start the video up again. Alright, so I got all the screws out of it. Wish I had a bigger tripod, but I don't. Take this out. You got the wiring and whatnot right there, so just kind of set it to the side. And then you look down in here, and oh boy. Yeah, that's a big chunk. So I'll go over here to the toolbox, pick out a pair of pliers, and yank all that shit out of there. So, take a pair of needle nose or whatever kind of pliers you got, knife, whatever. Get that stuff out of there, and then if the fuse blown, I'll show you how to do that, which is just taking out these couple screws here, pulling that out, finding the fuse. So I'll get to tearing this stuff out real quick here, get it cleaned up, and then I'll show you what to do here about the fuse if it is blown on my end. I'm pretty sure it's blown, but we'll check it out here in just a second. Alright, well, I got most of that cleaned up. It still looks pretty bad in there, but that's all what I took out of it. Quite a lot. Now, if it still doesn't work, then need to pull this little circuit board off. Well, I gotta set you up here. This little circuit board right here. And this pretty much works for every type of paper shredder. Doesn't matter what kind you got. If you don't hear no clicking, grinding, or anything like that, then the gears and everything in here are probably just fine. We just need to clean out the track inside here. But if it doesn't do nothing at all, completely nothing, then you need to be looking at the fuse in here. Now, first thing you want to do before you even take anything apart, which I forgot to say before, unplug it. So what you got here is 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. I'm going to take them out. Now I've already taken this apart before and replaced the fuse, but I think it was a little bit lower amperage maybe, or maybe the same amperage, I can't remember. But it blew out before when I first got it. I put too much paper in it, blah blah blah. It blew out. And everything in here looks pretty good. It's not burnt or nothing. And this piece right here is actually the fuse I put in here. It's wrapped in electrical tape. So, just kind of untwist that. It's supposed to be just a fuse right there. Well, if you could see something. See? There's supposed to be a fuse right in here. You can see the little diagram outline on the board. But this fuse is a little bit bigger than before. So I had to solder it off the board. And yeah, as you can tell, that fuse is definitely, definitely blown. Yep. So that's our problem. No power. And that usually happens when you overload it with a lot of paper and whatnot, and too much paper usually just blows that fuse. And because it's overloading the motor, it's putting too much heat into the components, and to prevent frying any of the components, it just blows the fuse. Kind of saves itself from, catastrophic failure. So, just gonna heat it up with my soldering iron, just take it off. That was kind of hot. And the other side. There it is. There's our fuse. Now, the question is, what kind of fuse did I use? 125 volt at 7 amps. Alright, so 7 amp fuse. Possibly a 5 amp fuse would work, but it'd probably blow out quicker. Got my fuses here. All I got's a 5 and a 10. Pretty much. Let me look through them again and see. Yeah, I've only got 2 amps and one 10 amp. The 10 amp looks like this. That's one hefty fuse. Don't really want to use that one, but it's the only one I got. Unless I put a 10 amp or a 2 amp back in it. Well, I could use a 5 amp actually. You always want to go lower on the amperage instead of higher, just so you don't blow up anything. Yeah, this one's a 1. This one's a 5. at 125 volts, so that's good. We'll just use that one instead. Might blow out a little quicker, but I can always replace it. If I can get it to stick to this. No, I'm not going to be able to. We'll go ahead and shut the camera off and use some flux and whatnot to get this soldered in, and I'll get back with you. Alright, so I got the new fuse in it, if you could see it. There we go. 5 amp fuse. Hopefully it'll be enough. Pretty sure it will be. But, I'm going to go ahead and wrap some electrical tape around it. Something like that. Then twist it around and set it back down in its home. And go ahead and put this board back into place. Start that one. Start this other one here. Maybe. Quit losing my screwdriver. There we go. Didn't want to go in his home. Alright. Put this back on top. This little piece back here goes in a slot there for the power cord. Make sure that gets in its right spot for you. Put it back down there. There we go. And plug it in. See what happens here. Let's put it on auto. Uh-oh. I think we might have burnt something out. Yeah, because there was some smoke coming out of it. I'll get the check in here and I'll let you guys know here in a little bit. Alright, my bad guys. There's actually a switch where you have to put it inside the bucket. I totally forgot about this switch, but you have to push down on it. Alright. And as you can tell, I've I've had it on just all over the place. I haven't got it screwed down yet. I was just wanting to test it. But let's put it in the middle here on auto. And it's plugged in. See the switch? already. We got it fixed. So the next time your paper shredder doesn't work, replace the fuse. That's normally what causes 99% of the problems with these paper shredders. They get clogged. Unplug it. They get clogged, and what happens is either the motor doesn't move or you get no power at all because the fuse actually blown. Alright, so replace the fuse, you'll be good to go.